So it is day 15.
Is
I
it
looked it
really?
up and it's day 15. Day 16 if you actually count like Monday when we kind of drove to the airport and did all that stuff. But day 15, we've been 14 days, I believe, in India.
There's no way your noodles are ready to eat.
They're not ready to eat at all. No. So we didn't have dinner tonight, so this is our dinner. We're making some ramen. It's got a ramen-y smell to it.
It does, but it's not, they're not getting soft, is it?
Well, I don't
I
think
had
the
to double
is
bowl
big
it.
enough.
My
Just
bowl
gotta expand.
cracked as I poured the hot water in it.
So now you're just gonna have shards of glass.
Yes, I'm probably having shards.
Just Chardonnay.
Shards. It was just cracking. It
So,
wasn't sharp.
today was day off day.
It
Wednesday.
was.
Our last day off day for the teaching
Just
section.
let that
Yeah.
sit.
That's a good idea.
Because it's distracting right now.
It probably is.
Okay, so it's day 15. And, yeah, you said day off.
Yeah.
Woke up,
Woke up.
did a little interneting.
We had a nice little egg sandwich again. Made some egg sandwich.
Thought about how great or how much better they would be if we had cheese or sausage in them.
Cheddar
Hey,
cheese,
love
yeah.
it.
Why don't other countries understand how good cheddar cheese is?
Well,
Cheddar.
just cheese in general.
Cheese in
Just
general.
cheese, yeah.
Now there's a lot of countries I've been in that have fabulous cheeses.
Yeah.
But this is not, they don't have the love of cheeses.
Oh, Jesus. We woke up and said, Jesus.
So they just don't have the love of cheeses in
Yes.
India. But we got out the door, hopped in the Hoover.
Yep.
It was cold this morning.
It was. It was actually quite breezy.
Mm-hmm.
But it's, I think, cooler now than it was this
61
morning.
degrees when we left this morning, but blue sky.
Yeah.
And today was actually a full-on blue sky. It's the most blue we've seen ever. I
Yeah,
think.
we didn't see any tire fires or anything like that.
No. In fact, for the past 2 days, we haven't had any fires wafting through our windows here.
Maybe George is the one that's been asking for the fires.
Maybe it's George. So.
Asking.
We Ubered to the flower market.
Yeah, so that's which everybody needs to see.
They do,
They
but-
really do.
It's intense. In fact, we ran into, we didn't run into, but there was a group of what looked like maybe British tourists, age 65 and up, probably 30 of them, walking through the flower market. I cannot imagine going there on a group.
That good?
They're like mushy on the out, like it's like they're falling apart. They're not getting noodly. They're just kind of getting like an
They don't look
outer.
like they're soaking
paste.
with the whatever sauce.
Well, that's because they're just gonna fall apart on you.
So anyways, as I was saying, that this whole group, I cannot imagine going to the flower market like on a group tour. I would be so, it's overwhelming and
It's hard to
assaulting
stay
enough.
together with just the three of us.
It would be just like, get me out of here.
Yeah. Well, the pictures are deceptive, even our pictures. Because pictures you see of it, it looks like there's these like stalls. Like you would walk down and here's a nice stall, here's a nice. The reality is it looks like a stall, but it's a wall. A guy's sitting here with flowers around him, and then 2 feet away is another person with flowers around them, and another person, and these people are fighting, and these people are yelling, and this guy's trying to pick this guy's flowers up while he's screaming, and a truck's going by a foot away from everybody's
So
feet.
the
Not even a
little,
foot.
it's not a road. The little walkway in between the stalls is 7 feet apart from across, right? Well, a standard car is 68 inches wide normally, so that's almost 6 feet, right? 72 inches. They're pulling box trucks
Yeah, box trucks are
through
going
a
down this
7
thing,
foot wide thing, which is
blowing
not,
their horns. all
not
the time.
wide enough, right? So everybody's like pulling their stuff back. You're stepping into someone's stall and moving your head back so you don't get smacked. It's nuts. Absolutely nuts.
And then there's just people that are like carrying stuff on their heads that are impatient because we're sitting there going like, oh, and they're still trying to get by us and we're getting hit in the
And it's
face.
just not like I'm carrying a
by-
little box on my head. These things are like 4 feet long.
Yeah,
And I don't know.
it's just chaos.
It's
like,
not really fun.
No,
It's not.
and it's difficult to get a good photo. You get these random, that makes it look like, oh, it's so beautiful. They're just piles of flowers. And we did get good photos. I mean, it's not
They're
like
not
it's,
bad. They're just not like
yeah,
National Geographic. That
but it's worth seeing. The chaos is worth seeing.
I think so. It just builds to the story, right? So you did not like it,
I was in like a funk.
but you were in a funk. Why were you in a funk?
Well, I don't know. I had a headache like as soon as I woke up, because I didn't take any like my sinus stuff or anything, so I was just kind of all congested. And then we walked through a lot of smoke today. There seemed to be a lot of people smoking
It
today.
was smoking smoke.
When I got some smoke in my eyes.
So
I would have taken the smoke in my eyes all day.
compared to what you got.
That's further on.
I know.
Right. So yeah, I was just kind of, and it wasn't even I was in a bad mood. I was just like, I didn't really want to go to the flower market.
Well,
It
why
just seemed
did
like there
you
were
got
so
in the
many
car and we're
people.
like, into the Uber going there, and I'm like, hey, is your battery charged to your camera?
Oh, yeah.
That's what
Started it.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, it's full. And I put it in yesterday after the other photo walk. There's a very large bug and I want to hit it.
Right there, right there.
Get it.
It's right over there. Go. Right here.
I see it. Hey! Woo! This thing is freaking amazing, man.
It's terrifying, but it's so fun.
It's the best bug
It's
zapper I've ever seen.
exhilarating.
Ah.
We've been
Glad we
zapping.
got that on video. Right there, that's perfect.
So anyways,
Yeah,
battery.
so my battery, and I put it in yesterday, and it was still full. But the battery on my Fuji is kind of deceptive because it'll be full, and then I'll take a picture, and it'll go down a full, like, half of the thing. So I was kind of just like, oh, I don't think I should be taking very many pictures today because I
you didn't bring a
backup.
spare, that's the problem.
Because I didn't have pockets today.
And you went from like to one.
And I was like, and you're like, you didn't bring a backup? And I was like, no. He goes, oh, choose carefully. And so then I just didn't take pictures at all in the flower market. And I was like, well, I'm not going to stop and take pictures because my battery's just going to die. It's like, don't be in a fun. I'm like, yeah, it was. So I was just kind of like, meh. And I just kept sliding. I keep wearing the wrong shoes.
Yes.
Because my Nikes now, I've worn them so many times in so many places that they have no traction on the bottom. And I wore them in the meat market and I slipped in the blood. And then I wore them today and I slipped on some sludge from the plants and sludge from people. Yeah.
Yes.
So then Mark,
So we ducked out.
what happened after
We
that?
said, we know that there's the gap, which is just stairs into the river where people bathe and stuff like that. And so we said, let's go there and let's go look, because we had an experience last time there and we thought this would be neat. It was a different one,
Yeah.
but it's the one we always see from the bridge, which is kind of nice. So we broke through, and I at one point turned to Amanda and went, I wonder if this is as uncomfortable for you as it would be if it was just women bathing here, because it was just men and she's the only girl standing there as we're watching. And they're not naked or anything, but they're just all in their underwear and they're bathing and jumping in and like they don't seem to care.
No.
But it's just, yeah, uncomfortable, I'm sure. But yeah, so there's these beautiful stairs that go down into the river. And so we walked down 2 stairs out of probably 20, right? So it's another 40 feet to the water's edge, way down there. 40 feet's a long ways on stairs. So we stand there and we're looking at everything. And then somebody said, oh, look over there. And I turned to look
You
and I
pivoted on
went,
your-
I pivoted and went like,
You did a little
oh,
ballet spin."
gross. Then I looked down and said, oh, crap.
It was ushy gushy squish.
I had stepped in human crap. Dead on, and I'm pivoting. And
and it wasn't just.
and it's like squirting out
It was.
the side
Yeah,
of
it
my
wasn't just
shoe.
like a log. It was like.
It was a pile.
It,
like
well,
this.
it went like this. It
emoji
went
almost.
like this. Yes, it was like the poop emoji. It curled around, and then it went.
And it was under my foot, and I was
swirly
squishing
ice
it.
cream cone
Ugh.
pattern.
Yes, that was so.
And when you stepped on it, like you said, you stepped on it and it went, and then you spun and it went, like all around your shoe.
Then I'm scraping it off on the
And then you made a
stairs.
perfect like curl on the stairs with the
Yeah.
poop. It was
It's
amazing.
Kind of impressive.
It was
Also,
pretty-
it let off some stench that I can't even describe.
Oh, it was so bad.
And it was funny. I mean, it was like one of those moments that
Oh,
you had to laugh because if you didn't, you realized you stepped in human crap.
yeah.
And it was all over your shoe.
That was bad.
And you know, there's nothing you can do about it.
Nope, but walk it off.
Just walk it off, parents. Walk it off.
So we went back out, and I walked it off.
So
We just
my
walked-
day was like already crappy, and then his day was literally crappy. And
Yeah.
you were just like,
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Big one?
Yep.
oh no, no, no. Up.
Yeah. That was awesome.
The little things here in India.
We don't have a TV. Taste your noodle so I can get your opinion on it. They're not soaking any of the flavor
this
into the
doesn't
noodle.
Look very appetizing.
There's no noodle
Yours
flavor.
Still not even cooked.
Mine aren't even. Mine are just. Oh, I don't know, man.
That's really gross.
Isn't that
I
disgusting?
don't even want to try it.
No.
I'm not gonna try.
It's not going to satisfy you.
If it's anything like my milk experience, I don't want to.
They're just disgusting. It's not even like.
It's the texture is weird.
Yeah, it's not even that they're.
It's like they were powdered noodles, and they're just coming apart. Like
No wonder it was 15 rupees for 12 discs of noodles. That is awful. That might be one of the worst noodles I ever had in my life.
it's definitely.
Oh
It's
my
not
God.
even could be. It is.
That is really bad.
Sticks
You know what
and
the really
cheese
bad
ones
part
are
is? The whole time I've been eating them, so it just tells you.
Oh my goodness.
Well, that's alright. I don't need dinner tonight.
So we went through like the industrial area. Not industrial. It was after we left the flower, after the poop on my feet, and we started
That was-
walking.
Well, that was after we got stuck in between the train dinghies.
Yeah,
Ah, yeah.
train came by and stuff.
And then we walk up to the next train gate, and it's like, we're standing there in the middle of the tracks, and then, bing, 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 bing. We're like, oh, we seem to be in the middle of these two things.
Yeah, but there was people walking on the tracks, and no
walking down
train
the tracks on
came.
both sides. So we just went under the gate.
But it's the shipping warehouse area, so the wholesale, everything comes into Kolkata there. Our driver said, if the market here gets shut down one day, unscheduled, our economy of our state just nosedives in one day.
Mhm.
That's how much stuff goes on there. I believe it. Those trucks are lined up. Yeah.
We had a really good Uber driver today on one of our routes. He was just super
The
friendly.
guy that picked us up there. Yeah.
He talked, and he had spoke good English.
He's the only Uber driver.
He is
The only one that could speak English, like, and converse with us.
He was
And,
telling us about stuff. It was really good.
yeah, where we should visit. And
So the one difficult thing about Uber here, Uber actually is really killer in India.
yeah.
Very inexpensive. But the difficult thing is if you don't know exactly where you want to be dropped off, is to try to pick a drop off point.
Testing the juice.
You're a brave man.
The juice is all right. It's hot though. Ooh.
So we knew we wanted to go over to College Street, which is where the book area is.
Mhm.
But we didn't have an exact address, so I picked the medical college, which is also a hospital, as a drop-off point because it's near College
Yeah, it
Street.
was like the biggest thing on the map. I was like, okay.
So he drives us into the medical center, right? And we saw something I've never seen before. First of all, there's a lot of people in there, just
Lots of them.
Lined up.
and the line to get in, it was like a line at Disneyland queuing up for Space Mountain. I mean, it was like huge line, and these people were just going to the doctor.
Yeah.
I don't want to get sick here.
And our Uber driver's like, guys, you should, if you're going here, you should wear masks. There's lots of disease.
We're like, we're not going here. We're just
Yeah.
getting dropped off here. So I look out my window. You look out your window. We're on the same side
Same
of the
side.
car. Like, it's a dead person.
Yeah.
So-
2 feet away from the car.
And she wasn't like in a coffin. She was laying on a table,
Yeah.
like a hard table.
Yep.
And they were putting flowers at her feet.
At her feet. That's right.
I didn't really see it.
Yeah, you were-
There was a guy
There was
standing.
somebody in front of you, but
She was laying there like this, and people were sprinkling purple.
the funny thing was that people were walking by her in both directions and not even looking at her.
Yeah.
Like I think it's
You could
kind
tell
of,
like her family was there. And,
kind of
yeah.
an interesting thing, but.
Waiting to get her picked up.
So the guy drops us off. He's like, okay, bye-bye, right? Nice goodbye. And we start walking out the gate of the medical center area, and kind of a little
Pretty
bit,
far away from
yeah,
you.
probably 50 feet. He comes rolling up next to us. He's like,
Where are you
where are
actually
you
going?
We're like, to College Street to look at the books. So College Street has, before we go there, like College Street,
There's like 10 colleges on College Street.
there is, and it is the place that if you want to find a book,
Yeah.
they have
Yeah.
supposedly every single book that's been printed you could actually find on College Street, and I believe it. Like
Yeah.
stall after stall after
Yeah,
stall. It's not like going to Barnes and Noble. It's
And
like,
they're like, find rare editions.
yeah, all
Yeah.
kinds of cool stuff. But,
First printings.
so it's a fun place to walk around. So he comes rolling up. He's like, oh, well, I should drop you off over here then. So
Yeah, he's like, get in.
He's like, get in. So we get back in his Uber, cruises us another 5 blocks down. And I handed Mark, you were in the front
Yeah.
seat, so I handed you,
Extra
a
money.
little stack of rupees there, and I'm like, just pay the guy some extra. He wouldn't take it.
Yeah, I'm like, here. And he's like, no, 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 no. My pleasure.
So it's pretty awesome.
Super nice guy.
He
Again,
said, if you come back here, this is the, I don't remember what it was called, the principal.
the Presidency College.
That's right. And he was like, get dropped off here.
Yeah,
This is the better
ask for this place.
He was cool.
So, great experience.
Walked around there, didn't really take many pictures there. We went down to some of the alleys that we went down previously, that we had gone down 2 years ago.
That was a nice walk.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of action, but we ended up back in Barzar district, which tends to get a little.
Yeah, which is one of the red light. One of the red light districts is inside Bao Bazaar. The rest, it's a slum, and
I just don't.
yeah,
It's not bad necessarily, but
it's a very oppressive.
it's just
type.
not. It's not where I want to walk my daughter through.
Loud, like constant horns.
Yeah,
And it was just like a lot of.
and I think for you and I,
everything.
it was like suddenly we were seeing, like every woman was in a sari. But you see a lot of, Western wear. Like every woman's in a sari, and they look hard.
Yeah.
And it looks like the prostitutes we
It
saw.
brought me back to 2 years ago. Things I don't ever want to see.
Yeah.
Right, and just being in that area reminded me of just the trauma that
Yeah.
these people face.
We went a couple blocks, and you were like, "Let's find out where we are and get out of here." And I was right with you. It was a
Just we didn't need to be there.
yeah.
So we took another Uber to Saint.
St. Paul's
Paul.
Cathedral.
One of those guys.
Yeah, one of those guys. Mark loves the gardens at St. Paul, and particularly there's one wall that he
Yes.
he spent some moment
One of the old gates there. There's a beautiful big tree. It's
because he's really into tree trunks
yes,
that are
right next to fences
yes.
with lots of privacy.
Uh-huh.
When you've drank too much liquid and there's no toilets anywhere. And then the fun part is when people are walking on the outside of the wall.
And the wall has holes in
And
it.
I'm taller than the wall.
You're just standing
St.
Hello.
Paul is looking down on
Yes.
you right now.
Oh, but I felt much better.
So St. Paul's is a church that's built in 1859, I think.
I think George had said it's patterned after like Notre Dame.
It's a pretty cool
A
place.
little replica of it.
It was designed by one of the bishops,
Haber.
Bishop Haber.
And guess what?
Herbert Haber.
We're in his house.
We're in his house right now. So that's this is where he.
This was like an office, but he lived
right above
here above us.
Above us, right
Right up-
directly upstairs.
Sleeping right
So,
there.
That's pretty cool to me. And they had a big, nice marble sculpture of him.
Yeah. He
But
was the one that lived.
Yes.
George said they had 3 bishops
Bishop
that never
lived.
lived more than 6
6
months. They'd move here, they'd get a tropical disease and die. And their wives would outlive them and go home. And
So he designed that church. He actually lived here.
Yep. He moved everything from St. John's or whatever it was. He said he built that cathedral.
It's a cool place. Can't take any pictures inside. It's a bummer.
Well, I mean, the outside's cool.
Yeah, sweet.
I love the rows of fans like these. They're all hanging so far down, and it's a
Neat place. Then what did we do? And we actually walked
We
back
did. We
home.
walked home.
walked home. Which wasn't far.
No, it seemed a lot closer than when we had 15 kids walking.
Yes, they walked so slow.
So we walked home, dropped off camera gear here at the flat,
Mm-hmm. Went to
Okay.
barbecue.
little potty break, and went over to barbecue, which is our favorite Chinese restaurant. Actually might be our favorite Chinese restaurant
Ever.
in the world,
Yeah.
of all the Chinese restaurants we've been to. The unique thing about barbecue, though, they don't have any chopsticks.
No.
So, but it's really, really good Chinese food. Today we had some dim sum there as well.
I love the dim sum
It was excellent. And we made reservations for a party of 18
for Friday.
for Friday. So we're bringing all the kids to barbecue. It should be a great experience because it's an opportunity that they'll get to be served in a very nice. This is the amazing thing to me about barbecue is it's a luxury restaurant. Oh. Right in front of the face. That was good. It's a luxury restaurant, in the heart of Park Street, where you have at least four waiters like
Yeah.
waiting on you. They serve the food for you. It's pretty cool.
They
I think-
work a fork and a spoon like
Yeah.
chopsticks.
I don't understand. Okay, I was trying to watch them today, so it's like they anchor with one, and then they take the spoon and they. No, but they have to move that one.
I don't know, but it's
I'm
awesome.
gonna try mine.
They just-
Yeah. So we're gonna bring the kids there for a special kind of farewell lunch.
Yeah.
Should be fun.
Then we came back and tried. We thought we'll go take a nap so that
We were pretty
Yeah,
tired.
we were falling asleep at the
we're
table.
we're worn out. We've been pushing hard for a week and a half. But
So we go into our room, try to sleep. You go in. Well,
I went to my room and then I
To your
grabbed
room
a
and
pillow
then,
and I'm
yeah.
just gonna lay on the
couch
couch.
because you had lumberjack.
Yeah, my
Building
door's
kitchen
wide
cabinets.
open. He's banging, bang, 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 bang.
Well, then lumberjack comes in. He's building kitchen cabinets. It turns
Yeah.
out.
Talking to somebody that's outside. Hey, no.
But now he starts hammering inside the thing, which is right in between all the bedroom.
And you know, if we do anything in these rooms, like in this entire flat, it echoes because the ceilings are really high. And when you're pounding metal nails into a wood surface
Yeah, it's like that.
in the kitchen, which is narrow and very tall, it just, ugh.
So
We didn't sleep.
no. So we came back out and like, you know what we need to do? Chai.
Yes.
So we went out down to our favorite chai, Punjab Chai, which is down the street here. And you know what? This
Dhabi.
This is the
Dhaba.
chai place that we drink our chai from. It is way more expensive than any other chai in Kolkata.
Yep. And people told us,
Worth it.
Rajiv and a couple other people said it's the best chai in Kolkata. And the first time we came here, we were like, it's pretty good. We had other chai, and we said, oh, it's similar, but it's definitely the
It's
best chai.
So 3 cups this size, which is the medium, comes out to $1.62 US.
Yeah. 40 rupees right here.
Yeah, but let me say, it's the golden liquid.
Yeah.
It is so good. It's really, I mean, just, I don't know, so good.
And we got to see the large cup tonight.
It's like a small
Ooh.
flower pot.
Yes. So we have these here because we're gonna bring them home.
Yeah.
I actually have 2 more, so.
But it's delicious.
And we said, maybe we'll have to come back later. It was so good today.
Is that big bang?
And then we went shopping.
We did a little shopping,
Got some shopping done.
picked up a little stuff,
You needed some souvenirs.
and then, oh my goodness,
3 hours of
3
Oh.
hours.
looking through
Fuck that out of
kids.
my head. What
Yeah.
do we do for 3 hours?
3 hours of looking at kids' photos. About
They had
3,000.
3,000 plus pictures tonight that we looked through.
Yep. So what we do is we look at them all, and we all kind of go like, I like that, and we choose 10 or so that we liked, and we
From
move to the
each
next
student.
kid from each student. And then when we're all done, we go back through them and go, okay, let's look at those 10, and we go, that's the one.
It
And
has to, we whittle it down to one
to
photo.
one image, and then we print it. So it takes a long time.
3 hours.
It takes 3 hours.
My
Well, I
eyeballs
think the
don't
thing
work.
was that we waited too long. Like we had 2 days worth of
We did.
photos to do
Yeah.
for each kid. So
2 photo walks, so actually 3 photo walks
Three.
to get one photo.
And man, we had some good photos today.
We did.
There was a couple times like trying to decide which was the photo.
The problem we're having now, and I don't know even the problem, is that our photographer of the last segment of the week is it again.
Hands down.
I mean, it's not even close.
But we can't choose the same person.
Right.
I know, that's the problem.
But it's hands down she, Dipti. We can say it now
Dipti.
because nobody's going to see this until
No,
later. But Dipti,
is gifted.
so good.
she is really a talented photographer
Yeah.
because she's got that eye.
It's just got personality. She's a beautiful girl. She wants to be a flight attendant.
Mm-hmm.
Take her home and she would just thrive.
Yeah.
Yes.
And hopefully she'll thrive
I
here
hope
in
she
India.
does.
And I
It's
hope,
one of those girls I'm just worried about. Like all of them. I'm worried about all those girls, all those kids. I don't know just say girls, but all the kids.
yeah.
They're not going to end up in a good place.
Yeah.
And it does. It breaks your heart, and you'll experience this on Friday, like when our separation time. It really hits home. Like we get to leave, And we were talking with Mom tonight, hey, we can't wait to come home and see you and sleep in our bed and be able to eat salad and, do the things that we like to do. These
Life's
kids,
no different.
Life doesn't change. When we leave, they're still here.
Yeah.
Same life every single day. Doesn't matter the day of the week.
And hopefully tomorrow, again, I think it's so important. Hopefully we get to go to SK's house tomorrow.
I hope so.
I think if Amanda sees that, and we are reminded of that, because we've yet to really see how they actually live. I mean, you and I have seen it before, but that's when it hits home.
Yeah.
That was the hardest thing at Hamari Muscan, was seeing Kobita where she lived.
Yep.
And you're just going like, how is that girl smiling? It's a bad place.
But I love it every time I get to it, but I love spending time with these kids.
Yeah.
Because the impact, they have a big impact on us. And I just think that the little things that we've been able to do, loving on these kids, spending time with them, talking to them, not talking to them, talking with them, I should say, People don't do that. People don't respect them necessarily. They don't get the opportunity to have someone share with them.
Yep.
It's made it pretty clear when we see the kids that have come back to visit that we dealt with 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, the impact that was made during that program time is pretty significant.
Even like Prince, that was shocking too. He was excited to see us. And this was a kid that came like the first day, and then got malaria. And he got to come like the last day on our last field trip.
Yep.
And still was like,
He was connected. He
wanted
was
to come see us.
Wanted to see us, wanted to touch us, right? Shake our hand, kind of hold the hand, and just the way he looked into my eyes and your eyes
Yeah.
yesterday or 2 days ago, whenever that was when we saw him, was like he was longing to be part of what he experienced before again.
Yeah.
Loved to see us, loved that we interacted with him again in a way that was not, demeaning or telling him to do something.
Yep.
Just talking with him.
And even the first day when we saw Nancy, we had already talked to Uzma, and then we're like, Nancy! And she turned to Uzma and went, they remember my name. We're like, how do we forget you? And she just could not
She couldn't believe
It was
that
just
we
like,
remembered her name.
she remembered everything that we had done, but just figured we had just forgotten about her. So there's no way to forget about these kids.
No.
And then, when you get home, there's those days in the first month or so, you're quiet, you're at home, and you start realizing, man, they're back there just, like you said, nothing's changed.
It hits you when you're sitting at home.
Yeah.
You realize, wait, I'm sitting in a nice house. I have a good meal of my choice on the table.
Yes.
I can walk out to the backyard.
Hey, there's
listen to the birds.
my dog is there and I can pet it.
I can pet a dog.
The dog will
And it
burn
won't-
my face off.
It won't bite me or give me a disease.
It's hard on the head actually. But it's good.
So we went through there, through all the kids' photos, chose some good ones, printed them out, and then we just went and had our second cup of chai. It was a 2 chai.
And you know what? Both of us were like, I think I could have another, but we didn't. We left
No.
our calorie count room for.
And then on the way home, I said, I want a big pretzel with nacho cheese.
And then we started
We
drinking.
started talking
I
about.
wish I had nacho. I wish I had a burrito.
Then we're like, oh, burrito with guacamole or quesadilla or even just a bag of chips and salsa.
Yeah.
Oh,
We realize how fortunate we are to live in America. I mean,
you can have anything you want at any time.
yeah. And it's not like, we get American food. No, we have the best foods from all around the world available.
We have better Indian food than they have in India. No, but no, it's just different.
And then here we are.
We've been chasing bugs around too. So.
So fun.
Yeah. I think Amanda spent like an hour just hunting them down once she realized how fun it was.
It's exhilarating to zap the life out of a bug.
Stress relief. So tomorrow is get to school. We're taking portrait day tomorrow, huh?
We're taking all kinds of pictures. Tomorrow is it's all we have.
Kind of our last day.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
use up my card. I want to just snap every picture I can.
Yep. Bunch of pictures, doing our last class, our last pinning.
Might run down just real quick to the AC market, see
Yeah, I
if
was
they
gonna
have
say what
those.
about glue to try and glue them back.
I think
on
at this
something.
point, there's not that important.
Okay.
I don't know.
They want those metals. But
Problem is, like, any glue that's gonna hold it, it's gonna have to like sit overnight
Yeah.
without
I
it.
wonder if we could just get like a pack of safety pins and pin through the side and then just.
So the hot glue is just, the pin part's just coming off, that glue isn't holding. You know, hot glue is just not like it.
just not like
Even the sticks, like when I bought them, I just felt like, they felt plasticky. They didn't, you know, they used to be very rubbery. So, guess we'll figure it out tomorrow though.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Till then.
Tomorrow.